do it anywhere. And this is something called priming. Priming means a psychological term. Most of us think that our thoughts are our thoughts. Like, I just thought that up, and that's why I'm having this thought. Many times, maybe most of the time, your thoughts are being triggered by things in the environment. And many people have made a science of this priming concept. So let me give you a quick example. You know, they can, if you've ever seen an Apple ad, Apple TV, or excuse me, Apple computers, you know, they've had this computer ad they run for years called Think Differently. And so a study was done at Harvard, and all they did was, it was actually University of Waterloo, this one. They did a study where they showed people the IBM logo right before they took a creativity test, and the other half of the group, they showed the Apple logo. They showed an IBM commercial, and they showed an Apple Think Differently commercial, just 30 seconds. So 30 seconds, then take a creativity test. The people that watched the Apple Think Differently one scored 20% higher on the creativity test by just 30 seconds of exposure before they do this. Harvard did a study. They took a group of students, and there's a pattern in our society in America. And the pattern is that people are conditioned, women are conditioned to believe that men are superior at math and science, and they are not. Any woman can do anything a man can do. But the society, the conditioning of society creates that. So if you're female, you are primed not to do as well on this unless you consciously take control of your mind. But there's another pattern in America, and that pattern is that people who come from Asia usually score higher, authentically, on math and science. It's not because they're smarter, it's because their culture trains them that this is the most important thing to learn, and their parents hold them accountable. Right? Like coaching, you're being accountable, you're not just sent to school. Where American parents just send them to school and hope they do well in this area. So they did a study, and in this study, they gave people the college entry exam, the SAT scores on math. But all they did is before they took the test, one group, half the group was asked, they were all, by the way, they did this with people that were female Asians. So remember, female, you're not supposed to do well, Asian, you're supposed to do well. And what they did with that group is, they split the group in half, and one half, the first question on the test was, what is your ethnicity? Asian. The other one asked, what is your gender? That's the only change. The people that they were female scored 11% higher. The ones, it's the same group that said they were Asian scored 11% higher than them. So it's a 22% difference on either side. 22% difference by answering one freaking question because their brain was primed. Pretty amazing, isn't it? I'll give you one last example. Harvard also did a study where they hired a group of actors. They sent them out into parks and to gyms and into, places where people shop, shopping malls. And they had them trained to do the exact same thing with their face and their body. So you'd be sitting, let's say, on a thing by a park, and somebody walks by and they say, excuse me, could you do me a favor? And they hand you their coffee and then they look away. Excuse me, could you help me just for 10 seconds? Hands go up, look away, and they reach in their pocket to get their phone. Well, most people end up holding the coffee. About 98% of people receive the coffee. And they go, thank you so much after they got their phone out, and they go, thank you, and they walk away. That's it. And they had men do it and women do it, and they rehearse it. They're actors, same facial expressions, same tone of voice every time. 2 different groups of 100 people. One group, then they bring a group back 20 minutes later. And a group of people is an individual with a little, checklist, scorecard. And they got a $20 bill, and they say, excuse me, if you give me 120 seconds of your time, I want to give you this $20. If you just read this 4-paragraph story and answer these 2 questions for me. Well, about 95% of people agreed. They read the story. Some didn't even want the $20, but they committed to it. Some took the $20. But the questions at the end of the story was, can you describe who the main character, what are their qualities like? Here's what's wild. Half the people were given hot coffee. Half the people were given iced coffee. That was the only difference. Same movement, could you help me? Iced coffee, same movement, could you help me? Hot coffee, thank you. Same, everything's the same except half got iced coffee, half got hot coffee. The group that got iced coffee described the main character as cold and uncaring. The person that got the hot coffee said the person was warm and genuine, 82% of the time. So you think you know what's making you think the way you are, I'm here to tell you it's priming. So you can either let the world prime you, or you can prime yourself. So I prime myself, because otherwise problems and challenges feel overwhelming, and I start my day with it so my brain is prepared. And so I'm going to walk you through what we do, and then we like to do it. How many like to experience this priming? See what it might be like?